All right. Welcome everyone to Weekly Heat. This is week 3 of our PPA season 6, and we got a bunch of really fun sets and games to go over this week. But we are joined this week by longtime PPA resident Smash. Go and say hi.
Hello, I'm here.
Yes,
That
he
was really
is.
bad, but whatever.
Yes, and Smash has been in PPA for a long time, has had a lot of success, and
Okay, I don't think I'd say a lot of success, but um, one playoff out of four leagues is not my proudest moment. But hey, we're moving.
hey, we are still talking to a playoff qualifier, so I'm sure you're
Exactly.
looking to turn around this season and make it in.
Yeah, for sure. We better start so far.
All right. And you all have to bear with me because I have COVID, so my voice is a little hoarse. But let's go ahead and get right into the heat for this week. And we're starting off with something actual heat. We got Wally's Force Kurth's Trevenant, the Hurricane. He didn't end up winning the set, but this was like really, really cool to see.
Not
So
gonna lie, I don't know what Forest Curse does,
So
but
Force Curse turns an opponent's Pokemon into a grass type.
oh, so it's yeah, okay, I'm with you. Right.
Yeah, so this was really, really fun. It did work out in this specific game, or at least one of the games, I believe. But I don't think he ended up winning the set. But it was like really, really, really cool to see. Worked super well, right next to the Pelipper and really caught Taco off guard. So I believe this is game 2, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm surprised he didn't just Meteor Beam the Calyrex turn one. To be honest,
Yeah, honestly.
like using your power rope on Trevenant over Calyrex is a decision to be for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to expect at that point, but like it did solid damage. I'm not sure if he's like expecting a protect maybe.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think personally I probably would have gone right into the Calyrex. Because it didn't end up killing the Trevenant anyways, and
yeah, for
I think
sure.
the chance of getting that kill on Calyrex is definitely worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
So we do see
For
it take
sure.
it out with the Dark Pulse, and at this point, while he's down him on, but we see the Pelipper come in with the Trick Room up. And there it is, Force Curse into the Persian, immediately killing it.
Just perfect.
Really, really fun tech.
Exactly how we planned.
And I'm sure he's trying to like put that into like a bulkier Pokemon like Koraidon potentially.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but ended up working out fine. He gets to kill the Jugulis with the Pelipper. Mhm. Yeah, but not at this point, Trick Room's kind of over. There's not a
Yeah,
whole lot more
there's
to
there's
do.
nothing he can do from
Yeah,
here, but the tech.
the
The
tech
tech
was
worked.
super spicy. And Anna missed Poltergeist just to rub some salt in the wound.
Yeah,
But like really, really fun idea, especially under Trick
yeah, for
Room.
sure. That was
Like,
a good idea. I mean, like, there's just not much you can do like with against that. Like, Calyrex doesn't match up. I know that obviously Crydon's a dragon type, but when you're putting a Calyrex outside a Trick Room in front of a Flare which is boosted by the sun, you actually have no chance. And even a Koraidon, which can just Flare Blitz you, like
exactly.
you have even though the types against they're restricted is in your favor. It just doesn't matter.
Exactly. And like you're fighting a weather war with Pelipper, and it's not super, super bulky on the special side next to that
Yeah,
Flutter
for
Mane.
sure.
So definitely have to control the weather, and it just kind of got out of hand for Wally this set. But really, really fun tech. I think I would have liked to see.
I
Um,
would like to see him win this of all things, but
yeah, of
I
course.
think Um, honestly, I think I don't even know if we would be able to see that if just Taco meteor beamed the either didn't meteor beamed or didn't actually no just meteor beamed. If he meteor beamed the Calyrex, I wouldn't be surprised if that killed. To be honest, depending on his spread.
Yeah,
But
definitely. Yeah, but
uh,
we definitely have to move on for that for poor Wally. But really, really,
yeah,
really cool tech. Love to see it. That's exactly what we're looking for Weekly Heat. All right, moving on to another really fun spotlight. We got Willie's Riolu. We got a
this
three-game
Riolu went crazy.
set. This thing was awesome. We're gonna go over all 3 games just because it was a really, really exciting set.
I think got 3 kills in one of the games. I was like I that's what counted. But I could have been being an idiot, but
Yeah,
3 kills for Riolu is mental.
yeah, Riolu really did work even as an attacker. Just picking things off with close combat and feint. But this was a really fun 3 game set versus Electric. Let's go and watch the whole thing.
I like the idea of bulldozing next year Solgaleo. That's a good idea up until, beat Terra and it didn't work.
Yeah, I think Electric kind of forgot about that. I'm not sure if he was just trying to get a speed drop on something like the Salazzle,
Mm.
but definitely didn't quite work out because weakness policy didn't activate in this case.
Yeah, for sure.
You see a miss Will-O-Wisp, but Willie's looking pretty strong in the
Well,
driver's seat at this point with Trick Room up. A really good switch right there, expecting uh, a protect from the Chimpao by Willie. And at this point, we're just getting a ton of damage off. Salazzle gets double up with that minus speed. Do you imagine
yeah,
if Willie predicted the Bulldoze speed drop
exactly.
and just had it prepared for Trick Room with the
Like
Salazzle?
if he like that giving Salazo -1 speed on the trick routine when your matchup to Salazo is just generally not good, it's just game over. Like instantly for you. There's
Yeah,
no way they can beat past that Salazo at that point.
yeah.
Unless
So a
there's
really
like
solid
Terra
game.
Dark Sucker Punch.
Hmm. Yeah, really good game one though from Willie. Pretty dominating win, but I think Electric does bring it back for game two, which forces an eventual Riolu showdown in game three, which I think Willie really did a good job hiding, just using it for like that final game.
Yeah.
So we see a crunch into 2 Terras immediately off the bat, but we're already up Trick Room. Really fun switch with the slacking plus neutralizing gas so that slacking can just make a move without that ability affecting it with
Yeah.
Truant. Hyper Voice does decent damage, and Crota is in. But that actually didn't kill because adaptability has been neutralized because of the strange or the
Yeah.
neutralizing gas ability.
Neutralizing Glass is just so useful sometimes.
Yeah,
Like you don't think about it and you don't think about how useful it is in certain scenarios, but it genuinely just saves you your points.
exactly. So we have the Weezing come back out, and I really like what he does here, although I don't think protecting would have been the move if you're already just going to have the neutralizing gas out to prevent the Mind's Eye from going. I think you just
Yeah.
attack in this case, but I like the idea. And we got Crunch going into the Salazzle, neither Mon killing, and we get the weakness policy up. And I think at this
Yeah.
point, like, oh, that vacuum wave was just this close to killing. And then we get that close combat to Luna. So a really fun game too in this set. Really coming down to the wire.
Yeah.
This
I
is
like
definitely
I
a
like the
set.
matchup between them. I like the Solgaleo Dustbane matchup.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to see the mirroring there. So now we got the feint right into the Chien-Pao. Doesn't quite kill with this, the CC, but um, we already see what the 3 is trying to do. Salazzle takes the hit, and now it's free to fake out at this point. So we see a switch from electric. It's a special Infernape, which I think I missed earlier. But this Riol is
I don't.
already put 50% into this Infernape with a CC.
Yeah, coaching is such a solid move.
Yeah, I really wish more people would run it. It's such a cool tech and it'd be super useful and game changing. Ooh, crit to that. All right, so Willie loses the Urshifu and doesn't quite kill with that CC. That -1 attack really making the difference there to prevent that kill. But the feint, again, coming in
Fine.
clutch just
Just
to pick off that kill. And now Trick Room is up again. Yeah, really look at this. Just again, poaching into the Necrozma, trying to get the kill on something. Oof, barely living.
it's what coaching does. Just allows you to survive everything that.
Yeah. And another kill for
I'm
Riolu. Wow,
Does
that went
does
off.
he have a shit? No, what's sorry. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but
You're good.
the Willie's opponent. What was his name again?
Electric.
Yeah, did did he have like a Screens baby mon or something on his team? Because then Psychic Fangs would make sense. I'm just trying to
That
figure out
I think
why.
Psychic Fangs on the Krozma is there just because it's the best stab it gets outside of Zen Headbutt.
It gets
Um,
photon guys,
um, does it?
which yeah, it turns photon guys with 100 base power and it turns physical. Like it
Interesting.
turns based off its highest attack stat.
Oh,
So
oh, that could be something to keep a note of for both players in this case, or at least for Willie. So,
yeah,
um, but yeah, really, really well played by Willie. Maybe just having
exactly.
Fangs just for the in case he does bring springs. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, well played by Willie. Congratulations, you're now 2-1. Really strong start to the season. All right, we got another really fun Pokemon highlight. This is T-Gecko's Espeon, and this thing was really fun to counter. I believe Orange's Mewtwo Expanding Force team, and we're just gonna look at this replay. This thing was really, really well prepared. This is game two. T-Gecko's already won the first game, and now he's here ready to take advantage of his opponent's own terrain. So we see freeze dry from the Kyurem and an imprison from the Espeon. So it can't. Oh wow! Did you see that? Hold up. Um,
Sorry, I looked away for a second. What was it?
let's go back real quick. So this was the point of this turn was helping hand into Terra Psychic Braviary Hisui, and he was about to click Expanding Force into um Kyurem and Espeon for a lot of damage. I just realized that because Espeon has Expanding Force on it, when it clicks Imprison,
It can't do it.
it blocks the Braviary. I thought it was going for Trick Room that turn.
Yeah,
And I just
things like
realized,
that.
yeah, really, really well prepared by TJK. Look at this Espeon putting in the
That's
work.
exactly that's people prep.
And as a result, now it gets the kill with its own expanding force and a bunch of solid damage into its opponent.
That's Shadow
Lives the
Ball.
Shadow Ball.
That must be calced for or something. There's no way it can live that.
Yeah, Espeon does have solid special defense, if I recall.
Is it?
But
I
yeah,
remember this thing being like 60-60 in everything, but maybe I'm wrong.
I believe it has high special defense and low defense. But I could be wrong about that as well.
Oh, because yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and now terrain's over. Expanding force doesn't work for his opponent. Goldango eats that pretty well. Kyurem takes the kill
Terrablast
there.
goes.
And yeah, it's just a 4-0 sweep. Really, really well prepared tech by Tjeko. That
Exactly.
Espeon did exactly what it was supposed to do.
That
Um,
it's like the imprison is like it's just imprisoning makes everything for side spam so difficult. Like
exactly.
because its whole core is like if you're using Mewtwo, it's two moves, and it's if it's a Trick Room team, it's three moves. And when
Exactly.
Espeon gets all those moves, then
Yeah,
what can
yeah, most definitely. So really, really well played by Tjeko. Um, so what do we have next? Oh, right. This is an honorable mention. It's just a one game highlight, but this is the Iron Defense Arachnid versus Pallaswine that we saw. This is Arachnid's second time making weekly heat, I believe, already in 3 weeks. And this is Lux versus Taniro, but this was a really, really fun interaction with Iron Defense Arachnid eating a bunch of hits and just being annoying for Lux to deal with.
I don't remember this. I know I watched this battle, but I don't remember this.
Yeah, this is the first game of the
Terra,
set, and we got Terra Fairy Dialga.
Terra fighting body press. I think that was a really risky move for him to do turn one. Like, if for me, if a Zamazenta is in front of a Dialga, I would protect. I would protect my Zamazenta because it's either tearing or switching. There's no way he's keeping like the Dialga in the form that it is. Like well, the
Yeah,
state more
exactly.
like. But
So we aren't resisting Dragon anymore, although it does 53 to Arachnid, which is a resist. Um, so that's super heavy damage coming in from the Zamazenta. So we have Lando coming in, another Protect to stall at the Trick Room, another miss from Rock Slide. Lux really struggling this game. And Ice Shard, look at that. Doesn't quite kill the Dialga because of the -2 on the Zom. But this Dialga's just kind of sitting around doing everything it needs to. And Arachnids
So
coming back in, eats the Ice Shard. Last Respects takes out the Dialga. And like at this point you expect the Arachnid to go down pretty soon. But because of all these Intimidate stacks, like Arachnid can slowly
it
rebuild its
just
HP with its leftovers.
for sure
You can just send in Lando again, get another attack drop. Last Respect only does 39, and you're forced
uncoordinated
to click
damage.
Ice Shard. Yeah, like this is a really interesting way to deal with being slightly ahead but
Perish.
not having the attack. Yeah,
I like endgame Perish Trap, and is this? I'm assuming this is where your Iron Defense is.
yeah. Iron Defense is here and gets a little bit more leftovers recovery, and he's got the Perish song already set up from the Screamtail, which I forgot to mention. Like really fun, just like stalling it out and let the turrets deal the damage. At this point, like he has nothing that can kill this thing. Gets another protect up, and yeah, like that's all it really takes.
Just,
Arachnid is the last one
just
standing,
beautiful, man.
and
That's
Parasong
just
wins
very well
this.
prepped. I
Yeah.
don't know if that would have been his like that if that was the exact purpose of Arachnid, like try to keep it till the end where he can intimidate cycle, or if he just
Hmm.
happens to jump on Iron Defense and it worked in his favor. But
Yeah, definitely. But really fun set. I think Finero ended up losing this set overall.
yeah, he
But I
did. I
just wanted to
think.
highlight this specific tech 'cause I thought that was pretty fun. And the pilot spawn was really fun to see. It's nice seeing an NFE doing significant work in a set, especially in a restricted format. We have an honorable mention just for Feathers Lunala. This thing's been going off the season, and he's having a really good overall just like run. He's 3-0 with a +6 differential, hasn't lost a game yet at all. And the Lunala with Grassy Seed has just been insanely dominant over 3 weeks. 10-1 KD. We'll go ahead and watch one of the games just to see how good it's been. Like this thing has been dominant, like absolutely dominant.
Like
So
Lunala is so bulky even without Shadow Shield, and then you give it Shadow Shield to like just being multi scale things.
exactly.
We all know what multi scale does, and then you give it the Grassy Seed on top of that. It's just like almost unkillable.
And that plus the fact that Feathers has really built this team around Lunala super well, like grassy terrain to help heal it, double fake out and intimidate over here with the Incineroar and Rillaboom. Mm. And he's got the Frisk on the Wigglytuff, which is usually not a well-used Mon, but the fact that he's able to scout out items so well in games
Yeah,
uh,
for sure.
with Frisk, like just allows him to play super safely around his
I think
opponents.
I think Frisk is like the one ability that changes its like how good it is between draft and regular games so much.
Exactly.
Like Frisk is almost useless in regular competitive because
Hmm.
open team sheets a thing now. But because because in draft, no open team sheet and all that stuff, Frisk can just almost win you games at points.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I just want to point out something. Lackey, what the hell is this set?
Yeah, the
Like Terra
Terra
Steel
Steel.
with special, unless Focus Blast was just a coverage move to have.
Yes.
Um,
What is
but
the special Grimmsnarl?
I think it was a special Grimmsnarl, and I'm pretty sure Grimmsnarl's like 50 special attacks, so
Yeah, I'm guessing it's for the Incineroar or something.
something like that. But
Uh,
like I'm pretty sure it would do more damage even if after Intimidate if it was physical.
yeah. Don't know what was
Because
going on.
but
Liking liking the creativity though.
he went outside the box, not always in the best way, but he did
Not
go outside
always
the
in the
box.
best way. And like this Lunala never really gets like big one-hit KOs, but it always does enough damage for something else on the team to pick it off.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so really well played by Feathers. Really dominant so far this season. We'll go and quickly go through the second game. Yeah, this time he goes for different of a lead, gets the Azumarill, and a Thunder on the Pincurchin is wild.
I'd assume it was for some sort of calc, like he saw. I think this is probably how Lucky's brain is thinking. He did some calcs, saw Thunderbolt doesn't do enough damage. I just thought he'd risk his chance with Thunder. Unless it ended up being like wide lens or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Wait, is that like I think that's the right item.
Ooh,
Um,
you see it miss
but
onto there. Like, just look how little this Lunala is taking. Like, this thing is just eating hit after
it's
hit after
just
hit.
you actually just count, and then he's got Moonlight Recovery, and
Exactly.
just when I think it's Moonlight that gives no, I think it's Sunlight that gives Moonlight 75%
Extra
boost.
healing, yeah.
I could be wrong, but like when you can heal 75% from your opponent's sun,
Hmm.
that's actually crazy.
Yeah. Now, then Sonor does go down to that Thunder, so worth noting that's doing significant damage. But yeah, at
That's
this point,
probably
Lunala is
reasonable.
just too set up to lose.
Exactly.
High horsepower takes it down, and Lunala just gets to pick it off. So yeah, Feathers Lunala has been really fun to watch this season. I think he's built a great team, and I'm excited to see if he can make a deep playoff run
Yeah,
this season.
his team is stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Feathers winning this season.
Yeah, I think he can definitely run it back. All right. Game of the week is Vaihan versus Jerry. Game two. At this point, Vaihan unsurprisingly is down a game, and I built Vaihan's team basically for him, and he's putting me to shame just with how badly he's playing with it. Just want to
Yeah,
say, I think I would have been 3-0 with this team at this point. Just saying.
I his team is stupid. I'm not defending him. This team is actually Terapagos is just like it does so much damage no matter what you do. You don't Terra, and you basically Oko things with Specs Terra Starstorm or whatever version you're using. Basically Oko things with single turret get Terra Starstorm. And if you Terra, you're doing 70% to almost everything with Terra Starstorm.
Exactly.
What's
So
his record?
he is 0-3.
Oh my god. Yeah. What? Okay. We won't get too
Anyways,
much into that, but
this is one of his rare wins of the season. Still ends up losing the set, but he does win this game, and I thought it was a pretty exciting game. So let's go and watch it. We got Rillaboom taking out almost with the conjoined Shadow Ball effort into that Lunala. Look at that thing living on 1%. Did you see that? That was
that was
actually
just
nuts.
that's just like that's exactly what I would have done. It's unlucky that it lived, but that's was his play there. And I haven't seen this battle, but I'm surprised he managed to get it back from like even though the
Exactly.
Lunala was 1 HP, I'm surprised he managed to claw it back.
Hmm. And Iron Moth does get a nice grass up to avoid the spore, but it does miss into the important target, which is huge for Baihan, unfortunately. You can see him in the chat just kind of freaking out. Um, but hits it this time, takes out both Mons, and at this point, there's only one turn of Trick Room left, and Baihan's in a pretty good position against a 2v3.
And here we go. Here comes the Terapagos.
Yep. And I actually really like the switch here because Facade isn't boosted yet, so he knows that he's going to take little damage. And if he does get attacked by a Moongeist Beam, he's going to be immune to it because he's a normal type.
Is this the Life Orb Terapagos week?
I believe this is Life Orb, yes.
Okay, I want to ask you about that. Why Life Orb Terapagos? Because you said you built this.
I built his team of all his Pokemon. I did not build his
Oh,
team for the
okay,
week.
right, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I don't know
Life
why
Orb
Life Orb.
Terapagos just like its ability is like one of the best ever, and Life Orb literally defeats the whole point of its
Exactly.
ability.
So,
So
I don't know. Vion was cooking. I'm just unfortunately gonna say he's not cooking well with my team that I
just
have
you burn it.
made for him. I think I built a very synergistic team around Terapagos for him to use,
Oh
and
no, you definitely did. That's a
I think Bro needs to hit the labs again. Um, I know it's all fun and games, Vion. We love you. All right, set of the week is Furret versus Fire Bro. Love this game. This was a really fun set.
oh I remember this one. Yeah,
This was a good one. I'm going to open all the replays real quick.
I'm pretty sure that was Fibro's first win of us as in a single match win,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
something.
Yeah, especially against a player as good as Furret. So definitely very respectable against a very difficult opponent.
Yeah,
So this is Miraidon versus Zacian. Um, we see immediate Terra Electric this game. A fake out into the Illumise. An Electro drift into a Protect. Just barely lives.
I'm so surprised I lived that. That
Yeah,
must be a
honestly.
really buggy ride on.
Especially with fake tears, like dropping that. Really surprised he lived that. So he chooses a opt out switch and to save it, and Dragon Energy doing 0 damage basically because of how
Yeah,
low that.
I don't think I would have clicked Dragon Energies in that situation, but I can see why you clicked it. You know,
Yeah,
to
just get a little bit chip
just
off and try to take out the Miraidon. But since he switched it, ended up doing nothing. And this Drifloon was in a really good position with the Unburden to set up a Tailwind. Although Prankster is always going to be faster, unfortunately. And we do see the Mian Chao going down. Drifloon does burn the Zacian though, so that's really really important just game wise. And I think for it forgets about dazzling and tries to click fake tears, doesn't do anything because of that dazzling. And at this point, this Drifloon can kind of do whatever it wants. Just get a little bit of chip here and there. Perfect. Look at this thing go. Brian comes back in. We get a light screen up. Ooh, and it actually is outspeeding the Miraidon, so we know that the Zacian is faster than the Miraidon.
I think Zacian's what, like 142 base speed.
Yeah, it's fast.
I'm so
Max speed
glad
of
they nerfed this
220.
thing.
So it actually does naturally outspeed the Miraidon. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, Maridon on literally everything because this generation was designed by children.
Yeah,
Basically,
basically.
all the good Pokemon are 135.
Yeah,
Everything is 135.
it's
Um,
ridiculous.
except Dacian just last year was just pumped with everything it ever wanted. Lost 30 base attack, I think, and they nerfed its ability. And it's still just doing too much damage.
Absolutely. So here we see the Terra Ground in this game too to avoid
Very
the
good
Electro
turn blast.
Drift and get a massive damage into this Miraidon. So
Yeah,
really, really well played.
I
And
like
that
that a
just
lot.
kills it. Just kills it out the gate. And now this Manchow's on court into fake out. And Furret's easily in the driver's seat at this point. Oh my gosh, that just kills it straight up.
Yeah, Bruxish is just like I. Yeah, he doesn't really do anything. The ability is the reason you use Bruxish, but you just kind of have to try keep it alive.
Exactly. Oof. It's Lightstone just keeping it alive. And now you got a Disquake mode with this
Yeah, I love
Rotom.
that. I love that for sure.
Wow. Dominant performance from Furret this time. And yeah, we're going to a game three. So we see the Illumis lead next to the Reggie Drago again, plus Terra Electric Miraidon off the gate. He tailwinds, flinches the Reggie Drago, and Electro Drift just kills from 88.
I
That's
know
insane damage.
it's just crazy. Like Maridon getting Maridon is just I would say Maridon is probably worse designed than OG Station. Like
Yeah,
it's 1.3 times from the electric terrain with its ability,
yeah,
1.3 times with electric terrain, and 135 base power.
it's
I
ridiculous.
mean, base special attack.
Like this thing just takes kills. It's insane. We do get the Will-O-Wisp onto the Zacian, but at this point it might be a little too late.
Paralysis. I can't remember if this does anything, but oh yeah, no, it definitely doesn't.
So it is solid damage into the burnt Zacian. It takes out the Drifloon at this point, and
There's
yeah,
just yeah, there's nothing Brushes can
electric
do.
terrain just takes care of the rest of it. And yeah, he says he kind of forgot about Terra Ground game three. So still really, really fun set.
That's
Well
just
played by
such a
Furret.
fire
And
bro thing to do.
yeah, Firebro, congratulations on at least getting a win over one of the best players in the league for sure. That's definitely no slouch of an achievement.
Yeah,
So yeah, really fun set. Um, Very impressive. Anyways, I believe that's all we have for this week. Thanks again, Smash, for joining. Always a
My
pleasure
pleasure.
having you around. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Be sure to submit your nominations for week 4 next week. Any final words for us, Smash?
No, thank you for having me. That's about it.
All right. Once again, we'll see you guys next week. Good luck to everyone in week 4, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.
All right, goodbye.